In this lesson, we focus on helping you to think through your own implementation and providing additional resources for integrating design heuristics into your courses. In this lesson, we ask you to develop your own plan for integration and create a list of resources that will help you complete the integration. We'll discuss the variety of resources available and where you can find them. In general, we wanted to highlight some best practices in using the design heuristics. So however you adapt the lessons, keep these in mind. Begin with the first concept generation session, idea initiation. Have students start with a subset of cards before using the whole set. Have students work individually at first. Encourage students to draw and describe all ideas. Remind students to aim for a large number of creative and diverse solutions and to withhold evaluation during concept generation. Now we'd like to spend some time thinking about design courses you teach. Work through the following 4 questions. What lesson versions make the most sense in your teaching context? How will the lesson be integrated with your existing course plan? What modifications might you need to make to the lessons? How will you balance individual ideation and team ideation? Students respond to the cards in different ways. Here are some quotes that capture some of the responses we've received from having students work with the design heuristic cards. The heuristic cards provided a lot of options and directions to develop solutions. The concepts presented led to new ideas. The examples helped me visualize and better understand the concepts. Design heuristics really helped a lot. I thought of features that I did not even think could be taken into consideration before. The cards made me think outside the basic characteristics that I would have incorporated into my designs. The examples on the back were great, and I loved the general diagrams on the front side because it ensured that I was not fixated on the examples. The main conclusion here is that it appears to be a need for structured idea generation strategies to help students navigate design spaces. While most often the cards are well received and students feel they are very helpful, an occasional student will find the cards constraining for their own processes. This is probably because that student has their own strategies that they are aware and they are using, and the strategies conflict. There are some misconceptions about the cards that we would like to combat to clear up the understanding of intended use. What we hear: number 1, these cards are about aesthetics, user interface, how we respond, both tie directly to function. Engineers should consider these aspects throughout the process. Number 2, in a highly constrained design task, the design heuristics don't apply. Look at parts versus whole. Consider flexibility of boundaries. Encourage challenging constraints. Number 3, specific cards do not apply to my specific task. Sometimes it's true, but more often it just takes some work. Push harder. The examples on the design heuristic cards and the lesson plans here are intentionally simple and easy to understand. However, design heuristics are evident in even highly technical, complex engineering designs. There is no limit to the types of problems they may address. Instructors and students at universities, as well as companies across the US and internationally, are using the design heuristics. Here are some additional places you can find resources. The Design Heuristic website has downloads of PowerPoints, research articles and sample cards. We also have a YouTube video demonstrating a version of the idea initiation lesson. Card decks can be purchased at the Design Heuristics website or through Amazon. Any questions can be directed to info@designheuristics.com. This is a screenshot of our website where you can link to the cards, the video and other resources. There are some additional opportunities to engage with us as you use and work with the Design Heuristic cards. We are offering incentive to instructors interested in 1. Classroom dissemination. Video of your Design Heuristic lesson in your classroom and documenting student design outcomes using Design Heuristics. And 2. Attending our upcoming workshop at the ASEE 2016. Please contact us at info@designheuristics.com if you have questions or you want additional information. Thank you for participating in the module. We'd like to acknowledge that this effort is supported by the National Science Foundation, Division of Undergraduate Education. Grant number 1323251 and 1322552. Any opinions, findings and conclusions or recommendations expressed in this material are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of the National Science Foundation. Continue on for reflection questions and additional resources.